Well, hey everybody. I'm coming up, I just realized, on my 3rd year anniversary of the channel, and I had some channel growth recently, and I thought I would take a few minutes and kind of explain what we're here for and how things got going and how things are going. So I thought about trying to do like an interview myself, so maybe put myself in a different shirt and film that, and then cut, and then come over here, sit by the stove because it's cold outside, and that seems silly, or sillier than normal. So I decided not to do that. So I'm just going to read these. I wrote myself some questions. I wrote myself some answers, even though I know the answers to my questions. So first one, I guess, is how did this get started? And it was, I was over at my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house, and showing them some videos that I'd made, just short videos, and my niece said you should start a YouTube channel. Well, I actually had a YouTube channel already, solely for this one class I had at Eastern Kentucky University, and it was a video I had to create for one of those classes, and it was too large of a file to send over an email or anything, so I had to create a YouTube channel and then send a link and to submit that assignment. So I just renamed that channel from whatever it was to Scott Thorne and his Bees and Trees. And I picked the name Bees and Trees. It was, if you've watched a few of the videos, they're different. I do bees and woodworking and maple syrup. Those are my 3 main things that I do, my main jams. I do some other stuff too from time to time that I think is interesting. Why do I keep the channel going? Well, it's selfish, I guess. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a little bit of an ego boost for people that say, oh yeah, we watch you, or people that like the video or comment and say nice words. Everybody likes to have nice words said about them or to them. Where did your intro and the ending of your videos come from? So I do deliberately try to remember to start and end the videos in the same way. It was suggested by YouTube in some of their creator tutorials. I don't know if I consider myself a creator, but I guess technically I am. So anyway, so the intro, just, well, hey everybody. That was something kind of like an icebreaker nerves, but it was also inspired largely by Norm Abrams on the New Yankee Workshop. So grew up with that show. Several of my woodworking projects over the years, over the last 25 years, have been inspired by Norm and his channel. So he will greet you in the shop by, well, good morning, or well, welcome back. So I obviously didn't want to take that word for word, and that's just what came out. Well, hey everybody. And it does, hits everybody, whatever. The outro, typically I'll say, I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching. That was actually from a different college professor years ago. I think it was a statistics class, which was a nightmare. I don't have a mathematical mind, but I was taking the statistics class, and a lot of his lessons were done on YouTube. And so he had his private class channel, and you would use that in place of being in class in person. It's in an online environment, and that's how he ended his videos, and I thought that was nice. So that's true. I do hope you find it useful, and I do appreciate you watching. All right. What surprised me the most about having this channel? Mostly that people watch it. I try to make good stuff. I try to make interesting stuff. I try to put stuff out there that I would like to watch. I guess there's a few people like me. The other thing that really surprised me was the community that you can get from YouTube. So there's a couple folks specifically, Ricky down in the Carolinas, he's got a channel called Horizontal Bees, and big fan of his and what he does and how he lives his life too. He's primarily on the beekeeping end of the spectrum, but he does some other things too that's pretty interesting, and always very positive. And we've come to communicate through each other's videos in the comments section. So that, I thought that was really cool, because how would I ever know that person but for YouTube? The other one that I would say was like a community kind of thing is Jose and the Jose and the Uribe family from out in California. They have their channel called California Beekeepers, or the California Beekeeper, and same thing with them. I really enjoy their videos, really enjoy the way they're living their life. They have some young children that they're introducing to bees and work and the work ethic, and then that went from just watching their videos on YouTube and commenting and getting replies back, and then they're on Instagram as well, and so sort of that Instagram post feedback, and yeah, I'd say they're friends. I've never met them. I don't know if I'll ever will meet them, but I feel like they're friends, and that was something that surprised me coming from YouTube, where I always thought it was just a product that was consumed. I didn't think there was anything else you would do with it. Do I have a favorite channel? Well, I have a lot of different channels that I like to watch. The two that I mentioned, of course. There's a channel that or a couple channels that I've been watching for a couple years now, which is kind of funny because they're at their very core, they're woodworking, but they're boat building. I'm never going to build a boat. I'm a long way from any kind of navigable water, and I don't have any desire to build a boat. I used to have a power boat when my kids were little. That was a ton of fun and a ton of problems. You know what boat stands for, right? But anyway, so I watch Acorn to Arabella. They come out with new videos every Friday, and that's like appointment viewing. If you're old enough to remember appointment viewing, when shows were on the TV, when they were on the TV, and you had to watch them when they were on, or you missed it. The other one is Samson Boatworks, I believe is the actual name of the channel, but it's the Tally-Ho boat that Leo and his team are rebuilding, and it's fascinating to me. And it's at this point, it's less of just the woodwork and more of the process and how they're interacting and evolving, and it's really cool. Other than that, just kind of mindless filler. I watch the History Channel on YouTube a lot, and Sunday League Football with Palmer's FC from England. I'm not sure exactly where in England, but just enjoy that channel. Do I have any of my videos that I think are my favorite? Well, no specific video that I think is my favorite. My favorite ones are the ones that I made with my friends. So I've got a playlist that's called Field Trips with Friends. And that's typically where I'll go to their place, or they'll come to my place, and we'll do something together. Those are my favorite ones. We've done all sorts of different things. Firewood, woodworking. We've done maple syrup metalworking, and I can't think if there's any more. Those are probably the ones that I recall for most. And so those are my most fun, because those are the ones where I get to hang out with my friends and do things with them. What goals do I have for the channel? I get asked that a lot. What's your goal? And well, I don't know. I kind of started this on a whim, and here's 3 years later, we're still going. So I guess really, as far as a goal, I don't ever think I'm going to be a full-time professional YouTuber. I do actually have a job in real life that pays the bills and feeds the family. I'll just keep making videos as long as it's fun. If it's not fun, or I don't have anything to make a video on, sometimes there are gaps in my videos where I try to make something every week for everybody, but I'm also not going to go out there and just put a filler video out. I try to make quality videos. Maybe it doesn't always happen, opinions vary. Another goal, maybe get a real camera. I do all my videos and 99% of the editing on a phone. So maybe having an actual camera and maybe getting some editing software on a computer. The other question I get asked a lot is, are you going to monetize your channel? And that pendulum has swung where when I started, I was like, yeah, that might be a good income stream, you know? And then it swung over to, well, first off, you got to meet their threshold, which I don't. But I said, well, if it happens, it happens. Great, right? Whatever, you know. Not a goal, but I wouldn't turn down free money from YouTube, basically, for doing something I'm already doing. But then, through one of the updates in the terms of service agreements that you sign with YouTube, they put it in there that they can put advertisements on your videos. I'd say without your consent, but it's not, because you clicked the box that said you consent to that change in the terms of service. And at that point, and if YouTube's going to put an advertisement on my video, and I don't get anything out of it, why wouldn't I monetize if I hit the threshold? So, yeah. So now that's my thought process is, no, I'm not out here to make money, but if there are going to be advertisements on my videos, regardless of whether or not I'm getting something for that, then I might as well take the steps and get a little bit of the money. I do have other side hustles, mostly soccer referee. So that's where I get a lot of my, what I call walking around money. None of my hobbies are self-supporting by themselves, but over the years with bees and firewood, maple syrup, other things like that, I have made a little bit of cash on the side, but nothing you could live off of. All right, and we'll wrap it up with this last one. Do you like beekeeping or maple syrup better? I don't know. I like them both, and I appreciate in my part of the country that they each have their season. So there's a season for maple syrup, and we're in that now, but the seasons don't overlap that much. So basically when you're coming out of maple syrup, you're ready to get into bees. And then when you're winding down your bees, you're getting ready for maple syrup. So they don't conflict for a long time. I do appreciate that they're not year-round in my region, because I would get bored. I think it's the anticipation but also knowing that there's a season for it, like a lot of things in life. So anyway, that was just what I wanted to do when I realized it was my 3rd year anniversary coming up on this channel. So thanks for everybody that's watched and subscribed and shared and made comments. And regardless of whether they were critical or positive, that doesn't bother me. But I just wanted to put this out there, and if you've got any other questions or comments for me, go ahead and put those in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and I hope you found this useful.